The October 4th, 2017 meeting of the Thousand Oaks Youth Commission is called to order. We will now have the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Schlosser.
Commissioners, please turn on your mics. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We will now have roll taken by Staff Liaison Francine Spriegel.
Please say here or present when I call your name. Commissioner Emanuel?
Here.
Commissioner Globkey?
Here.
Did I do that right? Commissioner Goodnight?
Present.
Commissioner Katz?
Present.
Commissioner Laufenberg?
Present.
Commissioner Mattis?
Here.
Commissioner McEwen?
Present.
Commissioner Moon?
Here.
Commissioner Nash?
Here.
Commissioner Schlosser?
Here.
Commissioner Shea?
Present.
Commissioner Tovey?
Present.
Commissioner Walshaw?
Present.
Adult Commissioner Petrus?
Present.
And Adult Commissioner Martinez.
Present.
Thank you.
At this time, I would like to ask Commissioner Walshaw to introduce item number 4, which is the public comment section of our meeting.
This is the time in our meeting when we invite members of the public to state their concerns about youth-related issues in our city or to present items for commission consideration. Are there any members of our public that would like to speak at this time? There being none, let's move on.
Thank you, Commissioner Walshaw. Moving on to item number 5, we have our commissioner introductions. And at this time, I would like to ask all of our commissioners, new and returning, to introduce themselves by saying their name, their grade level, what school they attend, as well as what projects they are chairing or learning to chair this year. We can start with Commissioner Globkey at the dais.
Hi, I'm Commissioner Globkey. I go to Thousand Oaks High School, and I'm a sophomore. And I will be learning how to run the city internship program this year.
Hi, I'm Commissioner Shea, and I'm a sophomore at Century Academy, and I will also be learning how to run the city internship program.
Hi, I'm Maxwell Walshaw. I'm a senior at Westlake High School, and I'll be chairing the Thousand Oaks Youth Leadership Summit.
My name's Peyton Tovey. I'm a sophomore in Newbury Park High School, and this year I'm chairing the therapeutic dance.
Hi, I'm Anthony Matus, and I am a freshman at Westlake High School, and I am the Public Relations Chair for the 2017 to 2018 Youth Commission.
I'm Paul Moon. I'm a senior at Thousand Oaks High School, and this year I'll be chairing the Youth Rec Awards, and also I'll be the Mental Health Liaison.
Hi, I'm Ivy Slosher. I'm a freshman at Westlake High School, and I'm going to be learning how to chair the Youth Recognition Awards.
Hi, I'm Chloe Nash. I'm a junior at Westlake High School, and I will be serving as your vice chair this commission year.
Hi, I'm Nicole Katz. I'm a senior at Newbury Park High School, and I will be serving as your youth commission chair for this upcoming year.
Hi, I'm Riley Goodnight. I'm a 8th grader at Redwood Middle School, and I will be learning how to chair the Thousand Oaks Youth Summit.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline Emanuel. I'm an 8th grader at St. Pascal Baylon, and I will be learning to help out with the therapeutic dance.
Hi, I'm Shaylee McKeown. I'm a freshman at Newbury Park High School, and I will be mentored on the therapeutic dance.
Hello, I'm Sarah Laufenberg, and I am a junior at Thousand Oaks High School, and this year I will be co-chairing the Community Internships Training Youth Program.
Thank you, everybody. At this time, we'll be moving on to item number 6, which is our guest speaker. Will Commissioner McKeown please introduce this portion of the meeting?
Our guest speaker is Judy French. Judy French staffs the Los Angeles office of Pacer's National Bullying Prevention Center, where she coordinates outreach to schools, student organizations, and individuals interested in bullying prevention resources. On behalf of the NBPC, she has been speaking throughout California to faculty and staff, parent groups, students, school resource officers, and other community groups about the importance of creating kinder and more inclusive communities where children will be safe from bullying. Please welcome Judy French.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me here tonight. Thank you to all the commissioners. We've just been here in Thousand Oaks for a few months, and it's been a really warm welcome. So thank you very much. I am from Pacer. Pacer is the parent nonprofit, and they've been around for about 40 years advocating for kids with disabilities. In doing that work, we, of course, we're hearing bullying stories all along because kids with disabilities are bullied at a rate of 2 to 3 times that of their non-disabled peers. So in 2006, we decided we had to do something intentional for all children, kindergarten through 12th. And what we really want to do for bullying is to lead social change so that nobody has to endure it. It should not be a childhood rite of passage. Sometimes some people think that it's a natural part of childhood, but it isn't natural at all. Bullying is a learned behavior, and we believe focusing on the behavior, we can do something about it. And it's something that all of you can do something about as well. And so I'm here tonight to have you join me in this work. I need your help. So we have 3 websites. We chose to be known to the public mostly online, because we wanted people to be able to get that information about bullying or how to prevent it any time of the day or night. Everything that we have is free and downloadable, from lesson plans to activities to classroom discussions to student-led activities and lessons to National Bullying Prevention Month, which is October. So many things, videos, contests, parent stuff. This is our main website. For parents and anyone who is working with children. And then this is our middle and high school website, pacerteensagainstbullying.org. You can write in stories, tell people why you care about the subject, get advice. This is our elementary school website, pacerkidsagainstbullying.org. Altogether, we run about 1,200 web pages with about 1.5 million visits last year. So come on over and see what we've got there. Now, the thing about bullying is pretty much everybody thinks they know what it is and that they can define it and that it's really easy to define. But just like any complex human thing, not quite so simple. So what we've done, and you'll see throughout the sites, is we've tried to write the very best information we can, but it's based on research and science. And what we've done here with the definition is we've taken the most common hallmarks from the very best definitions and pulled them into something you can understand. It's not a legal definition by any means, but it's a way to grab onto the ideas so that if you see bullying out in the world, you're going to know. And you might even be ahead of some of the adults, because adults are carrying generation to generation some kind of weird ideas about bullying. So let's see if these 3 things are what you were thinking. So bullying is hurt or harm that's done on purpose. It's intentional. And the person that the bullying is directed at can't get it to stop. That's a feature of bullying. They struggle to defend themselves. And there's a power difference in bullying. Conflict, which we're going to talk about in a second, has an even playing field. And people, human beings, you're in conflict pretty much all the time with somebody somewhere. That's just a natural part of human life. But it presumes that you have equal power. In bullying, you don't. And in conflict, when people find out they're hurting somebody, they tend to stop. Because people don't want to lose friends. They generally want to keep them or add to their friends. So bullying, on the other hand, the goal is to hurt or harm. So as soon as the person bullying knows that it hurts or harm, they keep doing it. Now, the reason why I want you guys to know this is because conflict resolution, peer mediation, even restorative justice, those are wonderful, wonderful things. But when it comes to bullying, they really do not apply. So I want you to be very careful if you're involved in any of that, that you know that when someone has been bullied, it is no longer equal power. We have to do something different then. So for bullying situations, that's when we need to call in the adults. The impact of bullying, this is the stuff that worries your parents a lot, and it keeps me awake at night sometimes too. Generally, if you're being bullied, you don't want to be in the place where the bully is, and it makes you feel awful. You can't really focus on anything else. And if it goes on, if the situation goes on for a long time and is not supported and the person being bullied is alone, that can lead to really tragic outcomes, self-harm, and even suicide. Now, bullying does not cause suicide, but without any intervention, it can certainly lead people down the path to depression and really, really sad outcomes. So that's why we want to get in there and do as much as we can to recognize it when it's happening and to help. Who bullies? That could be anybody. It's the same as who gets bullied. Sometimes it's not the people that you would think. The common element for folks who bully is their behavior. And that's what we talk about a lot. I never use the word bully. I use it as a verb. I don't use it as a noun, because not one of you in here deserves to be tagged with a label like that. Those labels stick. We don't use them. They're very often not accurate anyways, because the kid who's bullying in the morning might be the one who saves somebody from being bullied in the afternoon. It really moves and floats around the definition. The most common element, kids who bully feel a sense of satisfaction from what they do. And that's kind of an awful thing to say, that people feel good from doing something bad, but that's what it is. So who gets bullied? So there again, it could be anybody. It could be the most popular kid you know who looks like nothing in their lives could possibly be wrong. They could be being bullied. There are some common characteristics, and there are a couple that are really important for you to know, because this is where you can help if you're a bystander. And 70 to 80% of you are. You're not involved in bullying at all. And this is where I'm going to ask you for your help. One of the most common characteristics is being alone, is being isolated, and not having a lot of friends. And then one of the most important things, the most simplest things you could do for someone who is like that, who's alone and kind of not wanting to be noticed, or maybe they can't make friends, ask them, invite them to be with you. Okay, so a lot of people say, a lot of folks in the bullying prevention sphere will say, stand up to bullies. That's actually not a best practice. It's not a great thing to do for most people. We say, stand up to loneliness. Stand up to isolation. If there's someone that has nobody to sit with, invite them to sit with you. Our youth advisory board here in Southern California, the girl who did the Sit With Us app is on my youth advisory board, and she wrote the code for it. It's an anonymous app. You sign up your table and basically say, we have seats here for anybody who wants to sit down, and someone can check that. Just show up, sit down anonymously. Nobody needs to know you wanted a seat somewhere, you needed a seat somewhere. And when she was explaining to our group about the bullying that she experienced for years before she did this app, one of the guys in the group said, well, I mean, really, Natalie, like all the bullying you experienced, would it have made any difference if someone had sat down with you, really? And she looked him dead in the eye and she said, it would have meant the world to me. That's something I can do. I might not be able to get in anybody's face and say, cut it out, but I can go to the person who's being bullied and help them out by just sitting down with them. Yeah, that's a big, big deal to folks who are alone and being bullied. So some of the common characteristics, that isolation, but also reactivity. So people who get upset when they're bullied or teased or whatever, that's kind of what the person who's bullying is looking for, that reaction. So that's another characteristic. Students with disabilities are another really, really big, have a big risk factor there. Also LGBTQ kids. So students with disabilities, 2 to 3 times that of their non-disabled peers. LGBTQ kids, 3 out of 4, 75% have suffered bullying over the past year. We can do better. We can definitely do something about that. So these groups are worried about their safety on campus. I don't think they should be. I think you guys should be getting ready to go to college and go out in the world. That's what you should do. So what you can do if you're being bullied, it is never the target's responsibility to fix the situation. And sometimes in the olden days, the kind of advice that we used to give and get was things like, just ignore it. Well, just don't talk like that. Well, don't do this, do this. My dad told me to throw a punch and land it first, and they'd never bother me again. Those things don't work. Those things do not work. When you're in a bullying situation, most often it takes a caring and trusted adult to end it. Okay, so that's why we always tell you, you guys have probably heard this a million times. Find an adult you trust and tell them what's going on. Have them help you make a plan. And we have a really good one up on the website called the Student Action Plan. What is the situation? What does it look like? What do you want it to be? And then who can we enlist to help you? It's just actually great for any kind of situation that you need to think your way through. So it's really good. And then that last point, allies, might not even be a good friend, but think about who's around you, who could have your back, who supports you, or who's a stand-up person in your class who is not going to tolerate anybody being victimized, and figure out who those people are. So if you witness bullying, show support. Like I said, invite someone to sit with you. Have it one of those tables where everyone knows this is the table where anybody can sit with us. If you can, if you're brave enough, take the person away from the scene of the bullying. If you're somehow in there, if that's not what you can do, then go to the person who's being bullied and say to them, I saw what happened. I think that's bullying. I know that's bullying. And be with them. That's what people who are bullied most want, is somebody to tell them, yep, I saw it. You're not crazy. That wasn't right. And then you take away that loneliness and that isolation. That helps tremendously. And don't join in. My youth advisory board told me that there's a distinction between locker room talk and everything else, and that there's the jokes that go on in the locker room that no one's supposed to be offended by. And I was like, that's interesting. I wonder if people are. Have you ever asked? So if there's a joke and you know it bothers somebody and you know that it's verging on bullying, don't join in. Don't be a part of it. You have a choice there to make. And if there's any kind of safety issue with you or with a friend, you've got to get to an adult you trust. Find someone you can talk to, and encourage a friend, if they're in that situation too, to go and find someone to talk to. I hope that you will join us this year on Wednesday, October 25th. Wear orange, raise awareness for bullying prevention. If you want to at your schools, I am more than happy to set you up with all kinds of stuff. Posters, things you can hand out. I've got bookmarks. I've got all kinds of ideas for activities that cost nothing. So just get in touch with me. I'm happy to hook you up. We want everybody together for kindness, acceptance of difference, and inclusion. Those three things are the real bullying prevention tools. And I can show you how to get those working in your community. So here's me. And I thank you again for your time and your patience. And I'll take any questions you've got. Yes.
I feel like sometimes in school we feel like there's not that much bullying going around in the general Conejo Valley. What are kind of the statistics of how many percent of kids get bullied in high school or middle school?
So the good news is for a long time it was around 1 in 3. It was hovering around there for many, many years. And in the last 5 years, it started to drop. We take that as a sign that bullying prevention discussions like this and presentations and programs and, the websites and everything are having a good effect. So now it's down to 1 in 5. It's down to 20.8. But within the school community, there's actually very few kids. If it hasn't touched your life, yay. But there are actually, according to some experts, it's between 70 to 80% of kids who really qualify only as bystanders, perhaps witnesses. But some experts think it's even a higher number, like 90% in a school are not involved in a bullying dynamic. So really, I think we have that opportunity. I mean, you have critical mass in your student body to get something done with bullying. It's a good question. Yeah.
How can youth in the community get involved with your organization?
Oh, that is a great question. Thank you so much for asking it. First of all, contact me, because I would love to be in contact with you as a member of this community and of the school, wherever you are in school, because I know you're all in different schools. There's one thing that I really want to get started in the Conejo Valley, and that's a run, walk, roll to raise awareness. So it's just like a walkathon, only we say run, walk, roll in case you're in a wheelchair or a stroller, and you get out and you can go around. We really want to get the larger community activated, but I have lots of other ideas. So just contact me and I'll set you up. Yeah.
So if we were interested in getting the Sit With Us app at our school, how would you recommend that we go about that?
You can just go to her website, so go to Sit With Us. But if you want her as a speaker, which I highly recommend, she spoke at the UN this summer and did a TED Talk in London, so she's pretty good. I'd be happy to contact her for you, and we could. It's possible. She's a senior in high school too this year, and so juniors and seniors know how busy that is. But she's just a great person, and when she talks about what she experienced and how she came through it, it's good stuff. So yeah, go to the Sit With Us. I think it's in the Apple Store, and you just sign right up. It's super easy. Yeah. Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Item number 7 on the agenda is the 2017 and 2018 goals. Our goals updated are our projects that the Commission voted on unanimously at the September 13th meeting, and they are to improve our regular annual programs through utilizing volunteers and social media, to host a unique youth leadership summit, as well as to add 2 new Art Check events, and our first one coming up on December 1st. Also, I will introduce the following commissioners who oversee the coordination of several projects and ask them to present summaries and please provide any updates on these projects. Item number 6A is the reality party. Would Commissioner Moon please give the report?
Thank you, Commissioner Katz. So on October 1st from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., the commissioners will be... 21st? Yeah, 21st. On October 21st, the commissioners will be actors at the reality parties where adults and students alike will have the opportunity to see what an actual high school party would look like. And if you are interested in attending or if you want to be an actor, you can go up to straightupvc.org to sign up and get more information.
Thank you, Commissioner Moon. Item number 6B is public information. Would Commissioner Matus give the report?
Thank you, Commissioner Katz. I am excited to begin to run the social media boards and post quite frequently, and please follow us. Our Instagram is Thousand Oaks YC, our Twitter is TO Youth, and our Facebook is Thousand Oaks Youth Commission.
Thank you. And item number 6C is our city internship program. Would Commissioner Laufenberg please give the report?
Hello. So the Community Internships Training Youth Program is essentially for juniors looking for an internship experience and a career skills class at California Lutheran University. Our commencement ceremony for the 2017 city program was in late July, and we had 41 graduates who interned for a total of 23 businesses, and we hope to expand both of those numbers this year. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners. At this time in our meeting, I will be turning the meeting over to Vice Chair Nash.
Hi, item 8 is school and liaison reports. In addition to being an advisory body to City Council, Youth Commission also appoints commissioners to act as liaisons to various youth organizations. So can Commissioner Shea introduce item 8A, the ASG-ASB portion of our meeting? Thank you.
Of course. The Youth Commission invites representatives from each of our local high schools and intermediate or middle schools to present information about school activities for the purpose of generating a feeling of community spirit. First up, we have Kira from Los Cerritos Middle School.
Hello everybody, I'm Kira Pender. I'm an 8th grader at Los Cerritos Middle School. So at Los Cerritos, we have had many events recently. So first of all, we had the Newcomers Lunch, which welcomed many new 7th and 8th grade students. And they got to meet with leadership students and all the other new students. We also have had the Back to School Dance, which was on September 8th, and over 525 students were in attendance. Currently, we have our Step It Up fundraiser, and we have had 2 weeks of it, and we've raised over $49,000 already. And then this weekend, all of our leadership classes are going to a leadership retreat at Camp Hess Kramer in Malibu. And this is a time for all of our leadership students to develop leadership skills, bond with peers, and form new friendships. And these students will bring these attributes back to school and help spread them and have help them have a new outlook within school. Coming up on October 23rd to 27th, we will have Red Ribbon Week, and so every day will be a Spirit Day, and will help raise awareness against drugs. On October 27th, we have our Halloween dance planned, and we are going to have a haunted house and games. And currently we have 3 sports teams participating at the Teen Center, including girls volleyball, boys soccer, and boys basketball. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have Samantha and Jake from Redwood Middle School.
Good evening. I'm Jake Barlow, and this is Samantha Sturgis, and we are 7th graders at Redwood Middle School. Some events we are planning on October 13th, we are doing Freaky Friday. Some others are Web Wednesdays, where we welcome 6th grade students into tutoring and just a friend to talk as well.
We also have a Cody events where we do class of the year, and we go around counting costumes and events where we dress up, and like at the end of the trimester we award classes, and at the end of the year they get a prize. And we have some clubs, and on Friday we are doing Club Rush on the 6th, and some of them are Art Club, Chess Club, Lego Club, Christian Club, Viking Voices, it's an a cappella group, and Snowboard Ski Club, and many more that we have planned.
That's all for us today. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Next up, we have Thea and Mallory from Sycamore Canyon Middle School.
Good evening. I'm Taya Duke, 8th grade Sycamore Canyon from Sycamore Canyon ASB. Today was Walk to School Day. Students walked to school and were rewarded with stickers and clementines.
And I'm Mallory Norton. I'm also from Sycamore Canyon in 8th grade. So different students from ASB come to the ASB's advisory room to do the announcements each day. And we're thinking of doing themes such as Math Week and Compliment Week.
The Step It Up fundraiser turn-in for the money ends tomorrow. Students who donated get out of class for about the time of the morning to get prizes.
And there is also a pack day, which are our dress-up days on Friday, which is Pink Day to support breast cancer awareness. And on the 27th, there's Mismatch Sock Day to support each other's differences. And we have Red Ribbon Week on the 23rd to the 26th.
We have LMA's live morning announcements at our school, which is happening on the 9th, and VMA's video morning announcements that are happening on the 11th to distribute ASB events.
And we have our candy apple and chocolate fundraiser on the 11th, which is we're making candy apples and selling them to the students to help raise money for ASB.
Our LTA's lunchtime activities are on the 9th for Limbo LTA, a Mystery LTA this Friday, and on the 30th there will be a Mummy LTA for a Halloween activity.
And on the 13th is our Halloween rally, where we will be playing games such as pumpkin bowling and a teacher dance-off. And in 6th grade, they will be wearing white. In 7th grade, they will be wearing red. And in 8th grade, they will be wearing black.
On October 20th, we are having an annual Halloween dance which includes a haunted house and activities.
And ASB plays music on Wednesdays at lunch, when we usually play pop. And on Fridays, we usually play themes such as Disney Day and TV theme songs.
ASB will also be attending the Thousand Oaks High School to go to a leadership conference where we will be learning leadership skills.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have Lucia from St. Paschal Baylan School.
Hello, my name is Lucia Giacolini, and I'm an 8th grader at St. Paschal Baylan School. So in this upcoming weeks, we're going to be having a lot of events for the Halloween season, so we're all getting ready for that. And we're going to be having a fall sports pep rally, and that's going to be on October 13th, which is basically where a whole bunch of kids get together at lunch recess, and we do fun activities on the field. We're also going to be participating in the Change Challenge, which is basically where everyone brings in change, which we then donate to the MCA. We're going to be having a parish festival, which is the weekend of October 20th through 22nd, which is, we have a bunch of rides and we put them out at the school, and everyone gets together and has a great time. And then we are also going to be participating in the Red Ribbon Week, which is October 22nd through 27th, which is where we help to lock out drugs and bring awareness. We're going to be having a pumpkin decorating contest, which is on Halloween, which is where all the kids bring in pumpkins that they've decorated, and we have a competition where we pick the first and then they get a special prize. We're also going to be having a Halloween outreach day, which is where everyone gets to wear their costumes on Halloween, and they come to school and we have a special parade where everyone gets to see everyone else's costumes. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have Sophia from Lorena.
Hello, my name is Sophia P., and I am an 8th grader at Lorena Middle School and High School. I would like to take some time to give you a summary of all the exciting things happening at Lorena this week. Or this month, sorry. First, I would like to highlight a few activities in our middle school. This year, at the start of the school year, signals our start of our mock trial, debate, cross-country, and volleyball seasons. Our mock trial team, our cross-country team has started their season with 2 competitions, and our volleyball team has had multiple games already, including one tomorrow. We've been working very hard in our new robotics lab for our robotics competition, which we are having in November, and our debate team has already had 1 competition. This week is our Lorena, which is our Friendship Week, and it's a week of spirit, fun, and friendship. We have various spirit days and rallies that are planned for this week. And this year, Nike will be providing our uniforms starting with our winter sports. And some exciting events that are happening this week is that Bank of America's Women's in Technology Operations Network employees are partnering with the REC Foundation and Vex Robotics and Lorena High School and Middle School to offer an exciting afternoon of girl-powered activities and learning for the International Day of the Girl on Wednesday, October 11th from 12 to 3. And finally, since October is the National Bully Prevention Month, Lorena is providing various activities during PE and religion classes to remind students of their ability to stand up and stop bullying. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have Eddie from Westlake High School.
Hi everybody, my name is Eddie Nash, and I'm a freshman at Westlake High School. Westlake has made it 7 weeks of school, and all of our clubs and teams are going strong. The Westlake football team is at 6-1 with a great start to Frosh Soft and junior varsity. Cross country is starting well at the beginning of the year, and the girls golf team has won 3 matches and tied 3, and girls varsity volleyball has won all of its matches. Water polo is headed for the playoffs as well. We just had our homecoming dance the other week, which was a huge success with lots of attendees. It was themed as superheroes, which everybody seemed to enjoy. And we've had 2 rallies in the school year so far, when we will have 2 more in the rest of the year, which is a huge hit for everybody. The WAS Committee, which stands for the Western Association of Student Colleges and Schools, just finished our reaccreditation for Westlake High School. Hopefully that all turns out well, right? All the performing arts are tuning up for the first performance of the school year. You can check out all the dates for the shows at our website, and for the games at www.conejousd.org/WHS. Thank you, and have a good night.
Thank you. Next up, we have Jake from Thousand Oaks High School.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jake Clark. I'm the ASB president of Thousand Oaks High School, and Thousand Oaks High School is in full swing for this month, so get ready. So, first of all, we have homecoming, and the theme is ancient Greece. And this Monday, October 9th, we will have our homecoming rally. Friday the 13th, we will have our class games and our homecoming parade. And Saturday the 14th will be the actual homecoming dance. We also have our blood drive, October 18th. Our middle school leadership day, as mentioned earlier, is October 23rd, where our link crew will be mentoring middle school leaders. And then our fall assembly, we will have guest speaker Nick Vujicic, and he's talking about how attitude is altitude. And also, ASB is having a leadership development day on October 26th for our ASB leaders. And finally, we have Sounds of Caneo on October 7th at our Thousand Oaks High School football field for our bands to practice for their upcoming competition. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Next up, we have Laurel from Century Academy.
Good evening. My name is Laurel Lyman, and I'm the Student School Board Representative for Century Academy. We've definitely hit the ground running at Century Academy, from accessing tutoring opportunities to on-ground classes, using the computer lab to study or take tests, and weekly advisory meetings. Students are on campus on a daily basis. It's also great to see the high school students and middle school students getting into the swing of things together. We have student lounge for lunch that has middle school lunchtime and a separate high school lunchtime as well. Yesterday we had our school-wide barbecue. Our leadership class hosted this barbecue field day for all the students to participate in. This month, Century Academy is supporting breast cancer awareness by wearing pink. We are also getting ready for our school fundraiser. This year we will be having a paint night on Friday, November 3rd at 6 p.m. Our art teacher will be instructing the class on painting a portrait on a canvas with a step-by-step tutorial. This is open to anyone in the community and district to be a part of. We have more information on our website on how to sign up. Also, this month, leadership will be hosting a Halloween event. In a school like Century Academy, where we offer the flexibility scheduling, we find it important to include as many student activities as we can to promote social gatherings so that we can meet everyone on campus. Mrs. Guyette, our school guidance counselor, will also be hosting a college night on Tuesday, October 17th at 6 p.m. This is where she will be going over the application process for our students as they are getting ready to enter the college application season. Ms. Guyette has also worked closely with Newbury Park High School to get our students signed up for the PSAT coming up this month. Thank you for your continued support of our school. Have a good evening.
Thank you. And last but not least, we have Rita from Newbury Park High School.
Hi, my name is Rida Ismail, and I'm a junior at Newbury Park High School. And to start off, we have the Boys Basketball Boosters Association, and they're having a fundraiser that's an online auction. And so people can start bidding on over 100 items that are trips, event tickets, gift cards, dining, golf, etc. So the auction starts on October 8th and it ends on October 21st. Next, we have Newbury Park High School Theater Department and NAMI Ventura County are partnering up to do their first Evening at the Theater fundraising gala. This will occur on October 21st in the Newbury Park Performing Arts Center. Appetizers will begin at 6 and the show will begin at 7:30. Club Day is also on October 11th. Additionally, we have Dancing with the Stars Panthers on October 13th at 7 p.m. in the NPHS gym. Also, the NPHS Orchestra is having their first Halloween concert on October 27th, at 5:30 p.m. in the PAC. Lastly, we have the Literary Magazine Club, and they are having their first meeting on September 20th. Now students are able to submit literary and artwork submissions for the Literary Magazine. Thank you.
Thank you. And now I would like to turn the meeting back to Vice Chair Nash.
Thank you to all those representatives who came out tonight to make your reports for your schools. We encourage all ASB and ASG classes to send representatives each month. Thank you, commissioners. Item 8B is the Teen Center Advisory Council. Will Teen Center Liaison Commissioner Goodnight introduce this portion of the meeting?
Thank you, Commissioner Nash. The Teen Center has had its busiest summer ever. Thousands of teams came to classes, special events, or just to hang out. Our building was packed from open to close with teens looking to beat the summer heat in our climate-controlled gym or game room or shred the gnar on our new outdoor skate ramp. We recently had over 300 7th and 8th graders come back to school dance, and we anticipate just as many at our Halloween Blacklight dance coming up on October 21st. Next week, on October 10th, we'll be heading to the Staples Center to watch Lonzo Ball and the Lakers take on the Utah Jazz. Weekends in October, a frightful occurrence is taking over the Jan's Marketplace, the Reign of Terror haunted house. Maybe you've been before, or maybe you're been working up the nerve to go, but don't miss this event. It's the bigger, scarier, and more amazing than ever before, now with over 100 rooms. The Teen Center receives a portion of the profits to help fund programming and equipment purchases, so make sure to tell your friends all about it. You can find the schedule, more details, and even a $2 off coupon at ThousandOaksTeenCenter.com. As mentioned earlier, the new skate ramp in our backyard area is open during designated hours during the week. Teens can use the ramp after their parent or guardian has completed a waiver. We even have equipment use, and it's all free. Another event coming up shortly is our annual High School Battle of the Bands on December 2nd. We are actively recruiting bands that might be able to rock the roof off. If you know anyone in a local band, let them know. We have tons of prizes for the winners, and it's a great exposure and practice to anyone involved. And finally, we've recently had our gym lights replaced with brighter, energy-saving LEDs, and soon we'll be replacing the carpet in our game room and adding in other accents around the building. Come on by and say hi. The first middle school and teen center representative meeting will be on October 10th from 6 to 7. I'm happy to be a representative for the Youth Commission. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Goodnight. And we also have Chair Katz from the high school Teen Advisory League.
Is our Teen Center happenings. Also, if you're interested in coming to the high school portion of the Teen Center Advisory League on October 10th, so that is in 6 days on Tuesday, that is from 6 to 7 p.m., I believe. Yes, 6 to 7 p.m. I'll be there, and I'm very excited to be representing the Youth Commission at these meetings and hearing what all of the local high schools are up to. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next, we have Commissioner Moon, who will please introduce the item 8C, the Thousand Oaks Teen Center Advisory League, or total item on the agenda. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair Nash. So we have two events for teens coming up at the library. First is on Monday, October 16th at 4:30. We have a pumpkin decorating event where you're given the opportunity to carve a pumpkin and decorate however you want. If you'd like to bring props, you're more than welcome to. And so the theme about it, though, is we're supposed to try to create a pumpkin that reflects a book or a novel. And we also have a Franken-Toys event on Thursday, October 19th, where you're given the opportunity to bring your old toys and then refurnish them and put some together to try to make some wacky and scary toys with all your old toys by putting them together. And also with the One City, One Book event, tomorrow we have a special guest lecture from Dr. Roger McGrath. And so if you're interested, please look into it and look forward to seeing you. And lastly, in the calendar, on October 24th, the Newbury Park Library is showing The Revenant. I'd highly recommend going. I've seen it myself. It's a great movie, and if you're interested, I'd highly recommend attending and seeing that film.
Thank you, Commissioners. At this point in our meeting, we are approaching item number 9, which is Commissioner comments. I would like Commissioner Globke to introduce item number 9.
This is the last portion of our meeting where commissioners can provide any information, comment, or announcements which no action by the commission will be taken. At this time, are there any commissioner comments? Commissioner Shea?
Thank you. I would just like to say thank you all for coming to our meeting, and especially the school representatives. And I'm looking forward to having a good year with you guys. Thank you.
Commissioner Moon?
So as part of the Westminster Free Clinic, we are on October 28th hosting our grand opening for the dental program. This is a big deal because for the first time in the community, we'll be able to provide the uninsured with free dental care, which has not been possible in the past. And so we plan on serving about 500 patients in this upcoming year. And so I'm not only asking people who wish to help fundraise this event, but also the people who need this dental care to show up and get information so that they do have the opportunity to take part in this resource, because I believe it's really important to maintain good dental health, because while many people overlook it, it is a very important issue, because people don't realize you could actually die or lose all your teeth if you don't properly take care of your teeth or if you don't see a dentist. And so we see this as a very valuable experience. So on October 28th, if you'd like a flyer, you can see me, or you can also just show up at the event at the Westminster Presbyterian Church from 10 to 1, where you'll be given the rundown of the event and be given the opportunity to donate to the program as a whole. Thank you.
Is there anybody else? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Globke. Item number 10 is adjournment, but before I adjourn this meeting, I have a few reminders. If you're interested in participating or touring during the reality party on October 21st, please go to www.straightupvc.org. If you are a local business interested in taking on an intern or a few for our city internship program, please contact the Youth Commission at youthcommission@toaks.org. To our student government representatives, our next meeting will be on November 1st here at 6:30, and we look forward to seeing you again. Thank you all for coming out tonight. And lastly, looking ahead, we will be having a Teen $5 Friday at Art Trek on Friday, December 1st. All high school students are invited, so make sure to mark your calendars, and we will have more information to come. If you would like any information about the Youth Commission or have any questions about the agenda items discussed, please call 805-381-7362 or email youthcommission@toaks.org. Please like Thousand Oaks Youth Commission on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. There being no further business to come before the Commission, the Youth Commission meeting is adjourned to our next regular meeting.